Well, first of all, I think that we can't have a national approach because the situation in each of the regions is very different. It was in the past when the north had more number of infected people than the south, and it is clearly now when the south has much more cases than the north of the country. And for that reason, I think that we can have a national policy that addresses this matter. And for instance, I'm also the president of Eixo Atlantic, which is a transnational association between the biggest municipalities of the north of Portugal and Galicia in Spain. And I have defended, together with my colleagues, that the borders between Portugal and Spain should have opened before, rather than waiting until the 1st of July, because this proximity tourism is very important to assure a certain level of dynamism and activity for the local commerce. And even concerning the international relations, I think that we should have also this into consideration, and that obviously we have to be careful, we have to refrain the risk of spreading the infection, but we have to take into account the statistics and the data of each of the regions, and for now the north is clearly very comfortable in this situation.
Just a final question about how do you foresee the upcoming months? We are entering the summer period, a very important period for the south of Europe. How do you foresee the situation both in Portugal and particularly in Braga?
Well, the first message I think that all the enterprises have to take into account is that they have to resist. We will be still dealing with a tough period, but obviously the things will be overcome in the future, so they have to resist to reach that moment. And the second one is obviously to reinforce the trust in the population, in the tourists, because here, for instance, in the north, in Braga in particular, we are doing all that we can so that we can assure people that we have safe facilities, that we have local procedures that assure the maximum. We never can assure a total exemption of risk, but obviously to assure the maximum safety for the people in the hotels, in the cultural venues, in the restaurants, and therefore we believe that the amount of tourism will increase in the future and we will have a slow but natural recovery.